Good morning. For those of you who are just tuning in on this and haven't seen a couple videos before, we're on day 3 here on this job. First day was excavation, setting it up, mapping it out, excavation. Day 2 was finishing excavation and starting the backfill, as you see here. And now day 3 is continuing on backfill, and we're going to lay some pavers today. This video is not going to be really much about the backfilling. You're going to see me do some backfilling, but I'm not going to talk much about it. So if you want any more information on how we went about this, check out the 2 videos before. We're going to be going through how we set up these screed rails, or gas pipes, galvanized gas pipes. Set those up and grade them to where we want our pavers to be. And he's here, back with the chipstone. Not good. I mean, the chipstone looks good, but your positioning sucks. Gotta bust his ass sometimes, right? Try to get as close to the left as you can. How was your trip, bud?
It's good. Where's the chalk block?
Huh?
Where's the chalk block?
Are you kidding? Leave it at Landscape Depot?
I didn't even use it.
Really?
I thought it was already in the trailer.
Wow.
Is it here?
I wonder if I left it in my driveway when I drove off this morning. I don't know. I don't know where it is, bro. Maybe it bounced out. Did you hit a big bump?
Oh, cool. On Route 20.
Lenny, it's a beautiful day, bud. I'm not regretting these shorts even a little bit. I'm not regretting the shorts even a little bit, dude.
No way, the breeze is...
I had to put my high socks on though because I started getting ankle chafage, bro. Look like Mo Clemens. You remember, dude? He had like knee-high boots and then he had thigh-high socks.
The only thing that's comfortable. Protects your legs.
Yeah.
And that sucks is your hair gets taken.
Yeah, I remember you wearing long socks when you would weed whack with shorts. And then your shoes get filled with grass.
All my socks would be green.
Green socks.
White Nikes I had were green.
Yep. But when I get older, I'm gonna have the sickest comb over, dude, when it blows in the wind. Look at it. Thing's just gonna take off on me, bro.
And have a shiny spot in the middle.
Yeah.
Only when the wind blows is when you can see it.
Oh, that was perfect, bud. Go ahead, pull it on up. Yep. All right, we got chipstone. If you don't know what chipstone is, it's crushed aggregate with all the dust and fines removed, fine particles removed, and you're left with 3/8 chipstone. These are like more like the 3/8 pieces, and then you have a lot of the smaller 1/4-inch pieces in there too. Get this truck and trailer out of the way in case the customer comes home and has to get in and out of his garage, because me and Ben have posted up here for a while now. Staged myself up some chipstone because I got to lift up a couple of these pipes about a 1/2 inch, so I'll use chipstone underneath the pipes to get my height to where I need it to be. When we go from one pipe to another with one in the middle, we want to make sure those grades line up perfect. Benchmark is the height of that bulkhead, and our plan is to pitch it slightly this way and then slightly towards us, meaning that back end's going to be the highest. So any surface water that may collect onto this patio, the high spots are going to be the bulkhead door and the back side of the patio, and everything's going to slope, and the water will run off down into this area to keep it away from the house, the porch, and the bulkhead door. Just picked up this new Screed this morning. "98 inches. Made by Kesson. Nice Screed. 8 feet long. So, just wanted to show you guys real quick now that we got ourselves set up. Remember, we're going pitch this way, pitch this way. So that's what we want there. Now if we switch it up, we got our pitch that way. So these pipes are good, and we got that pitch good. We got to pop over these pipes, which is good. And this is the most important one, because we want pitch away from that bulkhead, and we do. So there's that. There's the idea behind using the Screed rails. So that's the height of where the bottom of the paver needs to be, plus about 1/4 of an inch for compaction and settlement. So that area is good. And it's on to Screeding, breaking that new Screed level. Stay tuned. All right, before we get too far with screeding, it's time to get our square. So just to break this down a little bit here, we're doing all squared off edges on this patio, meaning we'll be able to stop where we want and not have to do as many cuts. But it's important to pick the right place to start on a job like this. And the place that we're going to start and we're going to get our square is this corner of the deck. That way we can lay a straight line down that way and a straight line down this way without making any cuts. And what's going to end up happening is we're going to have to make cuts over on the back side on the foundation and against the bulkhead, and possibly over on that side, but maybe not. And then at which point we're going to lay all our pavers out and stop wherever the best joint line makes sense and continue that around the whole area. So the whole back side of the patio and the right side will be pretty much no cuts. We're going to be squaring this patio off with the foundation of the house. So we have our starting point here, which is 176 inches, 14 feet 8 inches. That brings us out to the front of the border and where we're going to start laying our regular pavers. So what we need to do is we need to do that same measurement on the far side of the patio and put a stake in over there, and we're going to run a string to that side, and that'll be our guideline for laying pavers. Screeded halfway. So I got myself squared up over here. We got our line squared off with the foundation of the house. And what I got here, we got our level following the string, our square off of the level, and then we got our screed, my new screed here, going down to the bulkhead. And that's squared off with the side of this paver, which will be the border. So this line is going to be my squared off guideline to lay the actual regular pavers. So I got a guideline that goes that way and that goes that way. And knowing that this won't move, I put 3 pavers on the back of it, so even if it shifts a little bit, I know where it needs to go back to. So we are off to pulling these pipes. Benny's about 4 feet until he's done. We're going to pull all these pipes out and we're going to start laying. So now that we know that this screed rail is squared off with our string, I'm going to pull our level and our square out of the way. And I know a lot of people are worried about stepping on the bedding sand after you screed it, but that's what's nice about this chipstone is it's very firm. And if you have to work in a certain area, all you got to do is trowel it out or add a little bit of stone as you go, and that way you can be a little bit more mobile on your bedding sand and get things done a little bit more efficient. Alright, so we want to start here. All right, so there we are. And the reason why I was saying this is important to start here is now along this edge of the porch, in this edge of the porch, there'll be no cuts. We're gonna be lining the border up right with that joint line, and the only thing we'll have to cut is down on that side and maybe down on that side. Getting places, people. We're getting places. Joint lines look good. I really like these pavers. That'll be the contrast right there. So our guideline's working really nicely over here. That's keeping our pavers nice and straight. And now what I'm going to end up doing, we're at the end over there, so I'm going to lay pavers out to where it's like right here, because the ideal way to lay pavers out is at like a 45-degree angle to keep yourself as square as possible. So we're pretty much going to hook that back end around to the corner and then start laying out to where we have screeded off. And then once we have that, we'll lay over to our bulkhead here and see where the day brings us. We'll probably try to get the border in around the edge of whatever we do lay today, so that whatever is laid is done, and then when we come back on the next day, we'll be able to worry about that side over there.
Oh, hey bud.
Am I in your way? Su casa es mi casa, right? Or is it the other way around? Say you like quesadillas? Freaking ladybug, dude. You see that thing? Just landed right on me, bud. You can chill if you can hang on for the ride. It's bumpy. Oh, he fell. Come on, get out of here. He's on a little piece of chip rock. Oh, now he's upside down. There you go. Thing falls in a joint line, it's gonna be like, what is that? The Grand Canyon?
Yeah, right.
Didn't know what I was talking about for a minute there. I was confused with myself. Bug. Gotta get him out of here. Come on, get on the chip rock again. No, don't go in the hole. Come on. Come on. There we go. Where do you want to go? They're in a nice little patch of grass. Oh, it just wants to be with me, I guess. Maybe the grass isn't the best spot. Shouldn't put him on hot metal either. What do I do with this thing? What should I do with him? Alright, you're going in the grass. Is grass a bad spot for a butterfly, a ladybug? Oh, it's upside down and stuck. Okay. Oh! Dude, I'm this thing's mother now. Someone comments on the video, someone comments on the video and says, ladybugs can't fly out of grass, they get stuck. Update time. We're moving along. Joint lines are nice and straight. Ben is over here putting the border in. And because we squared our line off with the porch, there's no cuts over here. And he can just lay the border in. And then with a squared off patio, we don't have to have a precise measurement, but we come out to where it makes sense to stop with the joint line. And now we can just lay border in, there's no cuts over here. And then over here, we actually lined up really good with the edge of the porch, so there's no cuts on this side. Which is always nice, huh, Betty? Just keep going with the border, not have to cut. We do a lot of patios where almost every side of the patio we cut because they're all nice and round and curvy. It's nice to do a square one here and there, Benny.
It's very nice. I like the design.
Yeah, it's good. And also, right here as well, we won't have to do any cuts. Depending on where we land off in front of the bulkhead, we'll most likely have to do cuts there, and we'll most likely have to do cuts along the foundation. But then again, on that side, we'll be able to stop the patio wherever we want and go straight. Looking very, very flat. I really like these pavers. They have kind of like wavy joint lines. If you look at them close, the edges aren't straight. They're a little wavy, so it looks a lot more like a cobblestone look than like a straight edge paver. I really like the style, and the contrasting border is really perfect, just dark enough. So when you start putting the border in like that, right up against the perfect squared spot, you end up without a cut on the border as well. So with this kind of style in this design, or using these pavers together, you could pretty much make a rectangle or a square patio with no cuts, and have a really good looking result with no cuts, because all the pavers line up perfect together. So we got our slope that way. And we got our slope that way. Everything's working out mint, guys. Hope you're enjoying the video. I'm gonna throw you on a time lapse real quick as I lay out this part right here. And we're just gonna keep moving. Alright, so we ended up having to trim the pavers up against the bulkhead just a little bit, which is fine. And that's just enough room to be able to fit a border in front of the bulkhead. So I'm going to score that line and cut it. Trusty old steel TS 420. Favorite saw to use. It's the end of day 3. We're looking good. Day 3, we're excavated, mostly backfilled, and then I'd say almost halfway done the patio. Sweet. Hope you guys that are still with me enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button for a lot of content like this. So, alright. So, take that big step. So, alright guys, until the next video, thank you for your support. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.